Chapter 3. The Don sits in a room with a man, hidden in shadows, dressed in robes. 2 guards stand at the door as 3 less wealthy men enter, Yuso, Calvino, and Elmo. Each kneels and shows the tattoo on his forearm, then rises, receives a sealed envelope, and takes a chair at the table. The Don addresses the men at the table. We're here to discuss the plans devised for accessing the Freemasons Banks in Italy. We need their wealth to extend our enterprises, pay off our future efforts to enlarge our territory, and protect our family. This plan will take time, and we have much knowledge to gain before activating the initial attack. Without information and access to their expected complex defenses, we will fail. To find us this information, we must uncover the leaders of the Freemasons. Yuso reacts.
Don, according to the legend and their traditions, they have protected their leaders and information since they were formed and integrated with the remaining Knights Templar. If the King of France and the Pope could not find their treasure, why do you think we can find it?
The bishop, sitting in the shadows next to the Don, answers. We have come across information that provides a lead. This lead will be followed while we move other resources into position.
We need you to organize and lead the search effort to discover who the Freemason is in Venice.
Yuso nods and says, Yes, Don. What are your directions? One of the guards approaches the table by the 3 men, positioning himself behind them. The Don continues.
If you check your envelope, each of you has a mission. Fulfill your mission, and we will have the information we need.
Calvino opens the envelope and pulls out his instruction paper.
Sir, there's nothing on my paper.
With a look from the Don, in a swift motion, the guard wraps a wire garment around Calvino's throat and kills him. Yuso and Elmo react to the choking death with stares of fear. They glance toward the Don and the bishop. The Don has a casual look as he says, If you do what is needed, there will be rewards. This man betrayed the family, and this has been his reward. Now go. Yuso and Elmo quickly rise and leave the room. Looking at the bishop, the Don asks, Do you think we can find the Freemason leadership? They have been hidden for almost 2 centuries, and it is said they have protected the treasures of the Knights Templar well after the purging by the King of France and the Pope. The bishop smirks. The clue in the cryptics was mostly lost without the proper code to open it. It is said that the Freemasons used the cryptic design, and a Freemason symbol was found hidden on the inside of the cryptic's unit. 2 words were spotted before the paper in the cryptics dissolved. They simply said Venice family, pointing to Venice as a location that might give us answers we need. Taking down one of the Freemasons' families could expose others while giving us new clues to the Templars' treasure. Besides, the church will not stand in our way once we expose them as Freemasons. This is the first clue to the treasure of the secret society anyone has found. We need to try. The potential reward is too great to ignore. I also need to keep this from the church until we have the treasure, lest they decide to beat us to the treasure and keep it for themselves. The Don still isn't convinced.
Venice is large. How do you plan to find a Freemason leader with all the people there?
The bishop continues to push his idea. The secret society must be rich. And so we first look at the rich people of the city. In addition, being rich, they will employ the greatest engineer to protect them, while my church contacts do not think the master Leonardo da Vinci would join the secret society and thus face a death sentence. Surely he must be contacted when they need protection. That means he must have contact when they are pressured, given his well-known abilities. Realizing that the bishop was not about to back down from this course of action, the Don decides to placate him. Very clever. A two-pronged thrust to discover who their leader is. Assuming he now has an ally, the bishop pushes forward. There is so much at risk. The payoff is great and worth the possible losses. As the Don of this family, it is my decision to take the risk. The Don bows to the bishop. As much as he hates to admit it, the bishop is right. He is the true Don, who has all the power, and the wealthy man is just a figurehead, a puppet Don. Yes, you are the family's true Don. The next day, the puppet Don enters a small tavern in the seedy part of Palermo. Leaving his guards outside, he finds the table in front of a partition. He sits with his back to the partition. He hears the sound of someone behind him as a mystery person sits down. With their backs to each other and the partition between them, they start their meeting while no one else is in the room. The Don starts the quiet conversation. Do you know your mission? The man behind the partition responds, yes, it'll be as directed in your message. The Don closes the conversation. You must not react too early, but also if they fail, you must react swiftly and return when it's done. With that, the Don rises and leaves without ever seeing the hidden person.
Well, folks, we've reached the end of the chapter. Click the link to continue listening to the story. Also, be sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons so you never miss another story on Watcher in the Fall.